Here's a health to the company, and one to you lot. Let us drink and be merry right here on the spot. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. Whether virtual or in person, we'll see you again. Kind friends and companions, come join me in rhyme. Come and lift up your voices in chorus with mine. Come and lift up your voices, all grief to refrain. For we can't wait to see all of you lot again.
Your Majesties, go ahead.
Hello, Atlantia.
Hola, Atlantia.
Your Grace, would you open court?
It would be my pleasure, Your Majesty. Here and now opens the court of their Royal Majesties of Atlantia and Conrex, Lynette Regina. Hear now their words.
So, hello, everyone. We've got a little bit of a busy agenda for this afternoon. We've got a baronial investiture and a goodbye to say to some old friends in the Marinus area. And then we've got a couple of a pelican to recognize and a laurel to recognize, and some good gentles to say thank you to for their good works in between. Couple things to take care of. We've got the video from last week's court is being put up online now, so that's available. There's been some editing based on taking advice and stuff. The Seneschal published a nice letter describing what we're doing there, so I would welcome you to go out and read that for your review, but that should be available for your viewing. Your Majesty, you've got words for newcomers?
Yes, we'd like to welcome all of our newcomers this week. I know that there is a virtual watch party going on as we speak. So welcome any newcomers who are joining us either from that party or independently on their own. Glad to have you here with us.
So you want to?
So I believe their excellencies of Marinus have some last business to attend to.
Your Majesty.
Well, we would invite you to open court and take care of that business in our presence.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Oyez, oyez, oyez. Herein opens the final court of the magnificent Jean-Marie and Catalina, Baron and Baroness of Marinus.
I wanted to say before I start getting teary that the last 5 years have been amazing and challenging and strange and just full of awesome. Marinus is a family that welcomed us in and helped us when we needed it. And now to step down from the role of landed is bittersweet. There's a new era coming with coming back from the plague, and we're excited for their excellencies to take over the helm. But we couldn't have done this 5 years without each and every member of the barony.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's not get teary. Go ahead.
With Lady Violetta Di Cordi, Lady Violetta Diana de Verno, Lady Alessandra de Monteregione, Lady Antoinette Argentina, and Ilwi Kachiwa de Sachinota. Please attend their excellency.
So, as a little bit of a joke, a couple of Baron and Baronesses ago, we, Lady Rhiannon and I were given the award of the Magpie. We like shiny things. We like to squawk at each other and work things out. Earlier in our reign, we brought in Alexa de Montoya, and we decided that, you know what, for all the women who do things in the barony, who get things done, who talk and get the shiny things together, that we would like to actually make more people part of the award of the Magpie. So those that we have just announced are now fellow magpies.
4, the newest recipients of the magpie. Vivat!
Vivat! Viva!
Would Lord Pagano Socrates and Lady Delecta Diana de Verno please attend their excellencies?
Okay, all right, I'll do it again. So we were hoping to be able to give this award to them this past summer. And it is our award of the Hammer of Marinus. It's for those who do service and hard work and work behind the scenes. They have been instrumental in helping us through the beginning of COVID and are now taking our places. So we are extending that to both of you.
4, Lord Paganos and Lady Delecta, the newest recipients of the hammer. Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Would Lady Alessandra da Monteregione please attend their excellencies?
She's not here, so I don't get to look at her. I get kind of cry. Alessandra has been a quiet force behind the scenes. She has been helping with brewers. She's been helping with archery. She has just been doing all of this work that nobody's actually seen happen. But the birds have come and told me about how hard she works. So today we would like to award her, remind me, the capstan. Thank you. That is our first award for service. And above and beyond that, I would like to offer her the award of Fairness Award of Courtesy. She is gracious and does not want the attention brought on her. She always pushes it to everyone else and wants me to recognize them. That's exactly why I want to recognize her for my award of courtesy.
So would, for Lady Alessandra, the newest recipient of the capstan and the Baroness's Award of Courtesy. Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!
Would Lord Johannes von Hammersbach please attend their excellency?
Lord Johannes is somebody who has kept this barony going through the plague years, or plague months, I should say. Basically, he has stepped forward before everything shut down. He stepped forward as our night marshal. But since everything has gone south, he's also stepped in to do YouTube or Zoom videos for archery. He's also done a lot with the brewing community as well. So for Lord Johannes, I'm going to basically bestow upon him the Baron's Award of Excellence.
Among the members of our barony walk heroes and legends, men and women of honor and skill. I, Baron Jean-Maurice, do award Lord Johannes von Hammersbach the Baron's Award of Excellence for his work as baronial Knight Marshal, but especially for his work in all things archery and his efforts in teaching the art of brewing. Given this day, 6 March, Anna Societatis 55, by my hand at the Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival. 4. Lord Johannes, the newest recipient of the Baron's Award of Excellence. Viva!
Vivat!
Viva! Viva!
Final words? That's it. For Mr. Jenkins.
Yeah, this is the part that's kind of bittersweet. This is my last official act, and that is to release our baronial champion. And I'd like to do that.
Thank you guys so much for standing with us, behind us in court, representing us in all the different ways you have. And I look forward to a new era, and just know that we will be there for you.
Okay, hearing closes the final court of their Excellency Jean-Maurice and Catalina, Baron and Baroness of Marinus. For Marinus and Atlantia, viva, viva, viva.
Your Majesties, I'm sorry, but you're still muted on your side. So if you would please unmute your mic so that way we can hear what we're saying, because I'm sure that what you're saying is very, very beautiful.
Apologize for that, you guys. Technical difficulty on our side. The job of Baron and Baroness is that to shepherd an area. We entrust you with the lands, and we entrust you with our most precious item, which is the people. You've done a wonderful job of making it a haven for new people and allowing those with experience to have a place to practice and to learn their skills and refine their craft. For these activities, we would like to make you Baron and Baroness of our court and thank you for your service that you have done. You have scrolls?
I do, Your Majesty. On March the 6th, Honor Societatis 55, we hear of service, strength, and grace at the edge of the sea, that guided barony people and crown most diligently, the siren who sings of the rainbow over water. Her righteous voice shimmers in salty air, for many years serving Marinus surely, now in respite, reprieve, and relief from duty. But Anton and Leonard, king and queen, declare, Catalina Raquel de Luna, your monarchs choose you as baroness of our court. Now use and display with pride and privilege a coronet baronial. Grant also arms or 4 pallid schools on a chief vert, 3 melicins argent, thus ruled at Atlantian Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival. Hear from Queen Lennon and Anton the King of watery dangers, beauties and beasts so bountiful, and a sailor and warden steadfast, brave, and faithful. An excellent ship the mariner was trusted with guiding. Now finished, deserved, shore leave is softly calling, and he descends from ardent duty without proper label. Loath are we to have him leave our table, and thus his fervent service we must be rewarding. On the 6th of March, Honor Societatis 55, decree Jean-Maurice Le Marinier, Baron, and guarantee the privilege to use and display a coronet baronial, and grant him arms. Prepare a seahorse contourning between 3 fleur-de-lis or. Thus we agree at Atlantian Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival.
For their excellencies?
For their excellencies, Baron Jean-Maurice and Baroness Catalina, vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you, your excellencies. And now take your deserved rest.
Thus we agree at Atlantian Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival.
So we would ask that if you're not speaking, to please put yourself on mute. There's some sort of a background noise.
Thank you.
Now take your deserved rest. Relax. Just relax.
Now we're going to call them.
Yep.
Everyone's in?
Yep.
Come before their majesties, Lord Paganus, Acritus, and Lady Delecta Diana de Averone.
Dragons have their peers.
Their majesties would also have before them Master Jean-Claude de Calais and Mistress Alina de Acritus and Lady Delecta Diana de Averone.
Do we have both mics on for some reason?
My lord and lady, we spoke some time ago concerning the wishes of the population and our wishes to invest you as Baron and Baroness. At that time, you were willing to take up this mantle. Are you still willing to do so? I can't either because it's been moved too far. My lord and lady, we spoke some time ago concerning the wishes of the population. I can see it.
So, Your Majesty, we're having some technical difficulties with Marinus right now. If you could please just give us a minute.
We will. Cormac, is it on the Marinus side or is it on our side?
It's on the Marinus side, I believe, Your Majesty.
Okay, I thought so. If you could put it on this corner, it would work a hell of a lot better.
Okay, it looks like we've got them back now. If we can bring them side by side. Marinus, are you okay? Can you hear us all right? Give us a thumbs up if you can.
Are we good to go, Marinus?
The wonders of technology, everybody. We're working on it.
The good thing is we're ahead of schedule and everything's running great.
Now you can hear us okay, Marinus? Please go ahead and give us an audible check to make sure that you're good. It looks like they have some flaky internet where they're at, Your Majesty.
Okay.
Oh, there's just one moment you mentioned.
Oh, wait, we're getting them now. Marinus, if you could unmute and give us some audio, please.
We're here, Your Majesty.
Okay. So Marinus, are you hearing us all right? Give us a thumbs up if you can.
It's fine here. The process is for you to. Can you hear us, Your Majesties?
We can.
Cormac?
We can.
Wonderful.
So we spoke to you some months ago concerning the consultation we took with the populace and our desire to install you as Baron and Baroness of Marinus. At that time, you were willing to accept this mantle. Are you still able to do so?
We are, Your Majesties. Not yet.
Not yet.
I understand. I understand. I
Momentarily.
understand that you have some pre-established obligations that need to be resolved before we can move forward, though.
We do, Your Majesties.
If you would, please see to those.
For Giannis and Delecta, there is no greater joy of a peer than to see your students advance and succeed in this society. You have not only succeeded, you have exceeded. and we are incredibly proud of you. But at this time, because of the position you have taken on, we must ask you, well, I should say, we will release you from your oaths, and we will ask you to give back the pieces of regalia that we have given you as a symbol of those oaths. Now, in doing this, we release you from your oaths. We do not release ourselves from ours. We are still here for you, to guide you, to be your back when you need it, to give you comfort and shelter, to be an extra set of ears, whatever you need. We are still here for you. It is now another service for us as we serve the baronage, as we serve the crowns. For the baronage are a direct representative of those crowns. But this time, we would have your belts. These will be waiting for you. Should you choose to take them back when you step down as baronage. Thank you, your majesties.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
So if you would, please take a knee.
Master Jean-Maurice, Mistress Elena, as peers of Atlantia, in good faith and fealty with the crown, we ask you to take up the baronial coronets and by our order and our hands to place them upon Delecta's and Paganus's heads.
Your honor, your majesties.
Thank you.
Now, for the final piece, if you would put your hands together and give us your oath.
We swear homage to the crowns of Atlantia in service to the barony of Marinus. We will do so through encouraging, protecting, and representing the populace, regardless of their path and progress. We will be their voice to the crowns and the crowns to the populace. We do so swear.
For our part, we will listen to your wise counsel and give ours in return. We shall be a foundation beneath your feet, so you shall not falter, and a rock to provide both shelter and support, to help you in your right endeavors. This we so swear, till death take us, the world end, or we depart the throne.
This we so swear. Rise, your excellencies, and we invite you to have your first court.
Oyez, oyez, oyez. Herein opens the first court of the 9th baronage of the 9th barony. Paganus and Delecta, Baron and Baroness of Marinus.
As you may have noticed, we have plenty of space, so I'm going to take my mask off so I can breathe and I don't get too choked up on this, and I'm going to use that as my excuse. So our first order of business is we would like to thank their majesties for their support. We would like to thank the members of the populace for believing in us to take the barony continuing forward from the great history of our previous baronages. And we would like to thank the previous baronage, all of them that we've reached out to, for their kind words, their words of wisdom, and their support. That is our first thing for our first thank you.
Would Ian of Marinus please attend their excellencies?
Ian, it is important to us that this be our first award given. Like most baronies, we have relied on our web presence to survive. With you as baronial web minister, we thrive. Your willingness to step in at a moment's notice and your quick turnaround on the baronial web page has changed how we do business for the better. And for this extraordinary work, we would like to award you the capstone.
Within the barony of Marinus are those who have served and have become a beacon to those around them. Ian of Marinus embodies the spirit of service, having acted as web minister, sharing his skills and knowledge. Let all know that he is awarded the capstan of Marinus, awarded this day, 6 March, Anna Societatis 55 at the Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival. For Ian of Marinus, the newest recipient of the capstan, Viva! Viva!
Viva! And a side note, Little Birdie also told us it's a birthday. So happy birthday, Ian of Marinus. Thank you for sharing your day with us. So our final order of business has come to us. We've received a request from the company of St. Neptune to become a baronial guild. Before we grant this request, we ask one more task. That is to represent us as our champions until we can name champions at a later point in time, and or act as our champions if they are not available. In doing this, we charge Lord Johannes von Hammersbach to be the acting captain until the guild has selected a new one.
For Lord Johannes and his new responsibilities, Vivat! 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 Herein closes the first court of their inestimable and benevolent excellencies, Paganus and Electa, Baron and Baroness of Marinus. For Marinus and Atlantia, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you, Your Excellencies.
So there were various arts and sciences competitions today, and I believe that we have a video to let us know the winners of that.
We kick off today's activities from ANS.
Yes, Your Majesties, the magic spell is happening now.
That one's not yet.
Oh, okay. In a different spot.
It's right after this.
That should take 5 minutes.
Takes a minute to get everything queued up.
Greetings unto their majesties and fellow Atlanteans. I'm Mistress Esther Pickering. I have the honor of organizing this year's Persona Pentathlon, which is sponsored by the Order of the Laurel each year at Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival. For those of you unfamiliar with the competition, it requires an entrant to pick a period persona and then create 5 entries with complete documentation in order to enter. The 5 entries must encompass at least 3 different categories. So this challenges our entrants to diversify their skills. So if you're really good at sewing, then you can't make everything just in sewing. You may have to do something in leather work or drawing or another category. And really, this is no small task. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time. And as a result, it's been a really chaotic year, and due to the amount of time that it takes to put into this project, we only had 1 entrant this year, but she was amazing. So I have the honor to announce our winner, Lady Cynthia Ann of Silver Lakes from the Barony of Stierbach. Her persona of a lady in the court of Mary Tudor, Queen of France, sometime around 1520, was brilliantly conceived. She created a full set of Tudor clothing, and that was just 1 entry. Then she created a music book. She actually hand-bound the book, embroidered the cover. She did calligraphy for the entabulation and did all the illumination of the book. It was beautiful. It still is beautiful. But that's not it. To top everything off, she did a vocal performance while accompanying herself on the lute. Amazing. I really am impressed by the amount of work and creativity on her part. And our order is very proud to award her a gift certificate to Renaissance Fabrics for her efforts. I urge everyone, please take the time to visit the Pentathlon page on the Kingdom Arts and Sciences website and see her entry. We've got all her pictures, her complete documentation, her website, which even has more information, and an audio of her performance. So please take some time to take a look. Please congratulate her, and hopefully one day we'll be able to congratulate her in person. Vivat, Lady Cynthia, you were brilliant.
Greetings, Atlantia. I'm Grace Gamble. I sponsored a competition called Tools of Your Trade, and I hoped it would inspire artisans to go beyond their normal scope and explore creating some of the tools that they might have needed to use in period to create their art. We had entries from 3 amazing artisans, and the one that stood out beyond what I ever expected to receive for this contest was that of Master Grim Grimsfield, who is well into the process of recreating the contents of the whole Mastermeyer tool chest. To those not familiar with it, it's a Viking era tool chest dug up in Gotland, Sweden, filled with over hundreds of Viking age tools. It's a monumental task he set for himself, and he's almost made a dozen tools to date, including 2 bladed and toothed saws. Please take a look at what he's accomplished so far. It's amazing. It's very impressive. For his efforts, Elizabeth Harlow of the Silk Lady has donated a gift certificate for 2 yards of his choice of her luxury fabrics. But as stunning as Master Grimm's entry is, the other entrants were also quite impressive, and I struggled with the idea that they would not also be recognized for their wonderful efforts. So I'm presenting them with gift certificates as well. Congratulations, everyone. Well done.
Greetings unto their majesties and to all fellow Atlanteans. My name is Meisteren Rosvita Fonselle. I sponsored 2 competitions for Kingdom Arts and Science this year, one for youth and one for adults. First up, young cheese. As you all know, I love cheese. I asked our youth to make a ricotta style cheese and then to make something from that cheese. My lord Nikolai Lykanovkich, I apologize for the names. I am not a linguist and languages are not my thing. Anyway, my lord Nikolai made a buttermilk ricotta and then made not 1, but 2 things from it. He made a cheesecake and some garlic cheese spread. Everything was well received by his family, although his younger brother did not care for the garlic or Triscuits that the garlic cheese was served on. For his bravery in entering today and his nicely written documentation, Nikolai will receive a book on cheesemaking so that he can continue to satisfy our taste buds with new and exciting creations. For our older dairy-loving cooks, they were asked to make an aged cheese and then make something of that from a period recipe. We had 3 wonderful entries. Lasagna made with Italian Parmesan by Lady Caterina Engenfengeres, a Catalonian fritters made with house cheese made by Lady Katla Flokansdottir, and a Greek kefolki made into a motorum by Lady Leonardo del Chario. Oh, how I wish I could have tasted these wonderful dishes in person, but alas, I will have to run them down later and have them make their dishes again for me so that I can try them and so that they can correct my pronunciation of their names and their cheeses. Our winner today, based on their documentation, was Lady Leonarda Di Carcio. I am so excited to see so many varieties and cheeses from so many different places. Atlantia may soon will have its own expensive cheese case and I will reach out to our entrants to send their prizes and thank yous for entering. Again, thank you so much for participating in my competition.
Greetings to their majesties and all of the wonderful people in our kingdom of Atlantia. I am Baroness Philomene de Lee, and I sponsored the KAS Scribal Challenge that was done this year, where entrants were requested to submit their best version of a playing card. Playing cards have been around for almost all of time. We even traced them back as far as Egypt. For each of these three categories, we had experienced scribes who have actually presented a scroll in court before. I had novice scribes, and we had a youth category. We had such an amazing turnout where we had 6 experienced, 7 novice, 2 youth, and I had 2 guests from as far away as Caid. Everything was extraordinarily competitive. The works of art were just amazing. And from this field of amazing scribes, we had in the experience category, our winner, Lady Corinne Valraven. In our novice category, we had Lady Katla Flockdaughter, and I apologize if I did not say your name right. And in the youth, we had 2. They were from the same household, an amazingly talented household, and they tied for our judges. It was both Asaya and Hamza. I cannot say how amazing these artists are. They put themselves out there on a virtual challenge of something that is normally very tactile, and we just had an amazing turnout. I do have prizes for all of our winners, and I wanted to thank everyone for entering.
Hi, everyone. I am Mistress Lorelei Greenleaf, and I sponsored the Dirty Hands competition. And this competition was all about how we get filthy in the pursuit of our arts and sciences. And I want to give a shout out to my judges. Thank you. You guys know who you are. You're awesome. And also to the people who submitted an entry to this very dirty, dirty competition. We had Lady Sierra of Novgorod. Thank you very much for your submission. It was wonderful. We had Master Stefan Grimm. Again, thank you. Very dirty. And Master Manus McDye. Oi, the mud. And Mistress Marion Lared. Thank you, all 4 of you. It was a tough competition. These are some dirty people, let me tell you. Dirty, dirty people. But we had to make a decision, and we actually had a tie, and I had to get another judge to do the tie break for me. I did not judge, but I had some folks do it. And so the winner of the Dirty Hands competition was Master Manus McDye. Sorry, messed up your name. Master Manus McDye, congratulations. You're a very dirty man. Okay, and if you get your address to me, I will send you a $50 gift certificate to Grove for the cleaning supplies of your choice. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Afternoon. The winner of the embroidery contest sponsored by Meister and Amy Sparrow is Nylia Alzark. Amy said that the contest was a judge's choice, and she indicated that Nylia's execution was great for a first-time competition, but her documentation was above and beyond the requirements of the contest. She was quite impressed. So congratulations to Nylia Alzark Vivat. The Inter-baronial champion competition was judged by the participants earlier today during the event. So the winner of that will be announced by Master James of Midlawston, separate from this video. I'm not exactly sure while we're recording this when that will happen, but there will be an announcement of who won. I want to thank everybody for taking part in this. I will tell you that I have no idea how to run this. Were it not for the staff, mainly 3 particular members of staff who I'm going to praise in writing later on. And all of you who put things in for us to look at, did all your documentation and put it out there where everybody's going to be able to read it. All of you people who judged, oh my goodness, thank you so much for making this event happen. Thank you. Oh, the music is going to be amazing. I know that for me, this is later on after I record this. So, but I am positive that the music and the bobbing and the dancing, I am excited, looking forward to today. So I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I plan on enjoying it. Thank you very much.
Back to you, Your Majesties.
Thank you.
So, Your Grace, if you could, vivats for the host of the competition and all those that participated.
For all the hosts of the various arts and sciences competitions and the winners of those competitions, vivant! Vivant! Vivant!
Dame Rothney spoke true. There was an inter-baronial competition today, and it was sponsored by Master James of Middle Aston. 6 baronies competed in that, and those were Windmaster's Hill, Sacred Stone, Lockmere, Tyrrhodon, Marinus, and Notting Hill Quill. And today's winner was the barony of Marinus, as Cecily Shore representing them. So if we could have vivats for Cecily Shore and the barony of Marinus.
For Cecily Shore and the barony of Marinus, congratulations on the inter-baronial competition! Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Seems they benefit from hometown cooking. Your Grace, if you could call in the candidate.
Come now before their majesties, Baroness Bożena Ja Osterna.
Hello, Your Excellency. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm doing fine. Little technical difficulties, but I'm doing fine.
You're coming in loud and clear.
Okay.
Last night, we asked you to sit vigil and consider the rights and responsibilities of joining the Order of the Pelican. Upon reflection, have you made a decision for us?
I have. I have. I hope to.
And what is your decision?
Say yes.
What?
Say yes.
Yes. My husband's
That's good.
trying to tell me what to do. I accept. And
So, if you would call the order.
Their majesties would have before them the Order of the Pelican.
So as part of the ceremony and the traditions of joining the Order of Pelican, there's a traditional gift of a cloak. Do we have a cloak?
Yes.
and you're going to put it on me, huh?
The magic spell is coming. Just a moment.
Are we still on?
Not at the moment, I don't think. I'm sure. Oh,
Your Majesties, there is a cloak. I am Baroness Magda Stolberg, and I have made this cloak not only to show that Baroness Bożena is indeed a peer and worthy of recognition, but also to remind her that she is warmly loved by many others. I hope she wears it in good health.
Thank you.
Thank you. So do we have a medallion?
Yes. This medallion is presented to Bojena by Master William. This medallion has been worn by Mistress Vieta Robokovna, Viscount to General Grenville of Devon, Master William Cameron, and now Mistress Bojena.
So as a final piece, we will hear your oath or your pledge to your kingdom.
I pledge all my efforts to support the Kingdom of Atlantia and the crowns as her
For our part,
my best efforts to our current crowns, Queen Lynette and King Anton.
for our part, we swear to stand before you in time of war, stand with you in time of celebration, and stand and listen in time of counsel. As you go forward, you may count us there with you. Call upon us as needed, and we will call upon you. For as long as we sit the throne or Atlantia stands, this we so swear.
This we so swear.
Yes.
Service to the kingdom is worth its weight in gold. We, Anton King, by right of arms, and Lynette, our queen, acknowledge this, knowing well the extraordinary service done on behalf of our realm by Bojena Ya Ostrana, who has thereby improved the lot of our subjects by her sacrifices and labors. We induct and welcome her into the Order of the Pelican. We also award by letters patent the right to bear arms, to wit, azure, a unicorn's horn, bendwise argent within a wreath, or can't read that.
Woodbine.
I cannot read that word, I'm sorry.
Woodbine. Honey.
Woodbine or supped and leaved beard. Ye doing service already. Done this 6th day of March on a Societatis 55 at Kingdom Arts and Sciences. Anton Rex, Lynette Regina.
Welcome to the Order of the Pelican, Mistress Bojena.
Vivats.
For Mistress Bojena, newest companion of the Order of the Pelican. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you.
Thank you, mistress. Let's wait. We'll wait for the camera.
Sure.
Yep.
She said you were waiting for the camera. Ready?
Yeah.
Baroness Inga Fostra Indanska, pray heed the words of your majesties.
Your Your Excellency, it is our intention at this point to provide you with the writ of our intentions to raise you to the most noble order of the Pelican on the date of March 20th in our barony of Caramere. With the writ here presented to you, make such preparations as required, and we will make ours. Vivants.
For Baroness Inga, who has received writ for contemplation to join the Order of the Pelican. Vivat! 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 Their Majesties would be attended now by Milady Morgan of the Burial Shrew.
Milady, we have heard of your skill in the art of dance, and in particular in Renaissance dance. I understand that you have been teaching. There's been virtual dance classes, and you have led some of those classes and taken the initiative. You've also been part of the dance troupe at Eisenfear that has won in the previous two Kingdom Arts and Sciences festivals. And for that, this day, His Majesty and I are minded to grant you a choral branch.
Read the scroll, please.
Absolutely. When great joy is brought through the beautiful work of an artisan, a true king and queen must honor that subject and give recognition so that all know of the worth and contribution made. Thus do Anton and Leonard, King and Queen of Atlantia, recognize our subject, Morgan of the Burial Shrew, for her wondrous art of the dance and running the entire virtual dance practice and the Eisenfear dance troupe. And therefore do we induct her into our Order of the Coral Branch, done this 6th day of March, Honor Societatis 55, at our Baronial Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival.
Yes.
With the coral branch, this also raises her to the nobility, and she is henceforth Lady Morgan. Vivat, Your Majesty?
For Lady Morgan.
For Lady Morgan of the Burial Shrew. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Yes, please. Sure, yeah.
Their Majesties would have before them the Order of the Pearl. Candidate?
Yes, please.
Come now before their Majesties, Lady Talia de Morales.
Lady Talia, you are our current poet at Atlantia, and your talents have shown. Your poetry is beautiful, it is inspiring, it is moving, and you've been holding also, poet, I would say the kind of like read-ins and salons, of poetry salons. And for this, as you continue to teach your art and as it becomes more refined, we are minded to make you a member of our Order of the Pearl.
Shall I read?
Yes, please.
May all unto whom these presents come know, be of great cheer to hear the splendid verse of our gracious servant Talia. She has served Atlantia quite well with her art, weaving her words into stories fine for all to hear. The poems are well crafted and inspiring to all those around who listen to them. We are extremely impressed and love to encourage her actions. Thus do we, King Anton and Queen Leonard, have the honor and pleasure to induct Talia de Morales into our Order of the Pearl. Two, are we right-minded to grant arms and direct Talia to confer with our herald to create arms that will be solely hers and hers alone to use. Done by our hand at this Atlantian Kingdom Arts Virtual Arts and Science Festival on this 6th day of March in the 55th year of the Society, being the 2021st year of our Lord. As the play continues, King Anton, Queen Linnet. For Lady Talia de Morales, newest companion of the Order of the Pearl. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you.
And congratulations, and please keep doing your work.
Their Majesties would see now, Lady Alessandra de Monterreggiano. Sure.
Tough one.
Yeah.
All right, so Lady Alessandra, you have been quite busy today. You also were recognized in baronial court earlier today. I think I heard your name maybe a couple of times at that court. For those of you who have gone online and viewed the displays already and the competitions, Lady Alexandra was in the Scribble competition. She had a beautiful playing card there, and it was quite skillfully done. I really liked it. But today, she's not here for her artwork. She is here for her service. She has spent many hours in the Archery Tavern productions, making certain that those get done and they get posted. She has been doing Scribble work in the Scribble Collegium. She has just been a font of service to the area. And for that, His Majesty and I are minded to give you an opal today.
Good deeds must be recognized and good people acknowledged by the crown. The smallest acts of service like bricks add up to a steadfast foundation of our society and kingdom. Lady Alessandra de Monterreggiani has spent hours fostering her barony's community, working in the scriptorium and supporting the Archery Tavern production. Therefore do we, Anton and Linnet, King and Queen of Atlantia, recognize her work by inducting her into the Order of the Opal. Done this 6th day of March at the Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival, Honor Societatis 55. 4. Lady Alessandra de Monterreggiani, newest companion of the Order of the Opal. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you.
Your Majesty, I believe now you have a presentation from the Guild of the Silver Spindle.
Please call them in.
Your Majesties would be attended by the Silver Spindle.
Greetings unto their Majesty of Atlantia and the populace. Since the company of the Silver Spindle, the Atlantia Spinning Guild, was chartered by Queen Emmer 20 years ago, it has been the custom of the guild to gift the Queen with the work of our hands. Despite the challenges of the pandemic, separating us over time and space, members of the guild were able to come together in coordination with a highly skilled weaver to finally present Her Royal Majesty Linnet with her shawl today. The spinners contributing: Lady Rakisha Kipsdaughter, Lady Esame Bramley, Lady Argent of Sacred Stone, Lady Kalaine Grantich, Baroness Olwen de Montgomery, Dame Anne of Greenwold, and Maestra Lydia de Ragusa. Our weaver was Lady Kalaine Grantich. As a token of appreciation for Atlantia's king, we also present His Royal Majesty Anton with a king's pouch, lovingly knit by Lady Esame Bramley. Thank you for allowing us time to make this presentation in your court today at Kingdom Arts and Science Festival.
So thank you so much for this beautiful gift. It's in my personal colors of black, white, and purple. It is quite splendid, and I am certain that I will use it to keep me warm on many a cold night.
And for the wonderful, beautiful gift of the pouch done in my heraldry, thank you so much. Words fail me. Thank you very much.
It's absolutely beautiful.
For the,
For
the order.
the company of the Silver Spindle and their wonderful gifts to their majesties. Vivant! 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 Their majesties will now be attended by Lady Lucina of Southampton.
So, noble lady, your work supporting Harold's Point has been called out in many places. Not just from the heralds, but from the people who you support. This is the kind of service that is the most important that we recognize. It's done quietly, and it's done for the benefit of everyone in the kingdom without a lot of limelight. At this point in time, we would like to offer you a fountain in appreciation for the work that you've done in supporting the heraldic arts. Read the scroll, please.
Saying is one thing, doing another. Everyone gathered today shall hear the words of King Anton and Queen Lenid of Atlantia. The denizens of our fair kingdom perform many great tasks, not least among them is the act of service. Without those who care for every detail of our kingdom, we would fall. Therefore, today we do honor noble Lucina of Southampton for her extraordinary work volunteering as a water bearer, working at Harold's Point, and providing security. For her dedication, we bestow upon her our fountain, for service is in her heart and she is in ours. Done by her hands this 6th day of March, on Societatis 55, at our virtual Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival. For Lady Lucina of Southampton, newest recipient of the fountain, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
If you would, call in the candidate.
Absolutely. Their Majesties would be attended now by Lord Cataldo Carini.
Lord Cataldo, we have long been aware of your work with metal, jewelry, and your constant improvement and mastering of the techniques involved to create the beautiful items that you are so freely with. But we're not the only ones that have seen this, and your willingness to teach and share. If you would call forth the order.
Their Majesties would be attended now by the Order of the Pearl.
The order has petitioned us, and we agree. Your membership is required in this order. Read the scroll, please.
Now hear the words and greetings of Anton and Lenid, King and Queen of the sovereign realm of Atlantia. After consulting with our companions of the Pearl, and in keeping with the duties and privileges accorded with the rule of our kingdom, here induct Cataldo Carini into our Order of the Pearl for his masterful skill and expertise in metalwork and jewelry craft, especially in the repousse and chasing techniques. We further confer upon him all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities inherent thereunto. In recognition of this, do we grant him the sole right to bear without hindrance these arms to wit, azure semi of caltrops, a band cotised within a border argent, on the 6th day of March, on a Societatis 55 at our Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival. For Lord Cataldo Carini, newest companion of the Order of the Pearl, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
challenge you.
I think I'm there for you, Your Majesty. Please come before their majesties, Milady Ilui Kasi Walt de Xochimilco, known as Isma.
Lady, you have been teaching classes that we've not had before in Atlantia. You have focused on the first residents of Atlantia. You've taught traditions, you've taught codes, and you've taught the rites, and you are making us more informed. For the time you're taking and the research you're doing to educate us, we would like to award you a coral branch and beg you to continue your efforts. If you would, read the scroll.
A king and queen are enriched by the wonders of their artisans. Proudly does Atlantia stand beside their fellow monarchies to display the wonders created by the populace of this kingdom. Great is the beauty of the sea, and coral reefs are mighty structures of the deep. Coral provides beauty, strength, and shelter. The arts and sciences provide beauty and strength to our kingdom. Thus it is right that we honor our subject, Ilu I Kasi Walt de Xochimilco, with the Order of the Coral Branch. This is done for her work in teaching New World art and sciences, which has greatly added to the strength of our kingdom. Furthermore, do we raise her to the ranks of nobility and award her arms, done this 6th day of March on a Societatis 55 at Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival.
Vivats.
For Lady Ilu I Kasi Walt de Xochimilco, Lady Isma, newest companion of the Order of the Coral Branch and noble of the Court of Atlantia, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Well done.
That's a lot of words. Their Majesties would be attended now by my Lord Els von Aschenberg.
My Lord Els, you have been practicing the rapier in Windmaster's Hill for the past 3 or 4 years in that community. And you have shown skill in both tournament and on the melee field. You also strive to practice with others and to better yourself, and at the same time teach those who are less skilled. And these are worthy pursuits. And for that, we would award you a sea dragon this day. Please read the scroll.
Yes, Your Majesty. Atlantia's king and queen have taken notice of the swift blade and sure skill of Els von Aschberg. With shining blade and sure steps, he has brought skill to the rapier field. Therefore do we recognize him for his hard work and induct him into our Order of the Sea Dragon. Furthermore, we do raise him to the ranks of our nobility and award arms to wit, to be determined later with a member of the College of Heralds, done this 6th day of March on a Societatis 55 at our Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival in our Barony of Marinus. For Lord Els von Aschberg, newest recipient of the Sea Dragon and noble of the Kingdom of Atlantia. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
You would call in the
Candidate? Their Majesties would see now, Baroness Edith Woodrose.
Good gentles, it is my understanding that Her Excellency cannot watch the live stream today, so she will be watching the recording of this later on YouTube. Please don't tell her, let her watch it and get a chance to watch it. Give her a couple of days before you give her your congratulations. Lady Edith, your work is known to us. You are technically skilled in both CNI, calligraphy and illumination, as well as working in embroidery, and your 14th century hoods are a wonder. You have taught classes on how to make those 14th century hoods, and you are a true mistress of that skill. And for that, and with the order's exclamations of please, 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 we make you today a member of our Order of the Pearl.
Know ye that we, Anton and Leonard, especially Edith Woodrose, she is worthy of our Order of the Pearl with achievements and advancements done this March 6th, Honor Societatis 55 at our Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival event. 4. Baroness Edith Woodrose, newest companion of the Order of the Pearl. Vivat! 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 Would Lady Katerina Wayne please attend their majesties?
Go ahead and call the order.
Their majesties would also be attended now by the Golden Lance of Atlantia.
So, my lady, I was privileged to sit in with the meeting of this order when you were being discussed. Their discussion about your skill in writing, there was really no question about that. Your generosity about sharing your resources, making available practice for other people, that's really what sealed it for us. If equestrian is to grow as we would like it to, it's going to take contributions from everyone within that community to enable people to find it and join. For those efforts that you've made, we are proud and happy to award you a Golden Lance today. Read the scroll, please, sir.
Our riders thunder across the tournament field upon their mighty steeds, displaying Atlantia's strength and ferocity. These gentle serve Atlantia by teaching equestrian arts to all who wish to learn. Katerina Wayne is one such individual, showing prowess on the field and generosity in the paddock. She serves all. We, Anton and Leonard, monarchs of Atlantia, do induct her into our Order of the Golden Lance, so all may know that her work is praiseworthy. We do grant her the sole and exclusive right to bear Vert, a Pegasus, Sergeant in Chief, 3 horseshoes, inverted or, done this 6th day of March on a Societatis 55 at Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival in our Barony of Marinus in our Kingdom of Atlantia.
Vivat.
4. Lady Katerina Wayne, newest companion of the Order of the Golden Lance of Atlantia. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
If you would, call forth the order.
Absolutely, Your Majesties. Their Majesties would be attended now by the Order of the Yubo.
We're one short. If you would, call in the candidate.
Their Majesties would see now Mistress Alfwin Gerstdottir.
Mistress, the number of years that you have supported, taught, fostered archery, the amount of time that you have represented Karamir, this order sees that service. It judges your skill to be equal to join at this point. We are now proud and rightfully pleased to induct you into the order. Read the scroll if you would, sir.
Karamir's distinguished archery champion, Elfwin, knows the might of archers in numbers. She has mentored many archery marshals as well as new archers, running the baronial practice for years. Our realm has been strengthened through her leadership and teaching of her skills to many others. These deeds do not go unseen and must be recognized. Therefore, we, Anton and Leonard, lawful sovereigns of Atlantia, wish to induct Mistress Elfwin Gerstdaughter into our Order of the Yubo done at the Kingdom Arts and Sciences Festival, March 6th, Honor Societatis 55. 4. Mistress Alfwin Gerstdaughter, newest companion of the Order of the Yubo. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
And once again, please continue your activities. Thank you.
Their Majesties would be attended now by Lady Hildegard Bergerin.
Give us a moment, folks. We'll get everybody pulled together here for this.
I'm gonna get the order and I'll get it for you. There's a video for one of the Gary pieces, but no, go across.
Lady Hildegard, if you would please turn your video on now, that'd be wonderful. We're getting it sorted out, Your Majesties. Just give us a second.
There she is.
Lady Hildegard, can you hear us?
You're okay.
Yes. See that? Seem to be having some technical difficulties, so if people would just be patient and stand by.
So Atlantia, we get asked from time to time where these beautiful tapestries came from that we sit in front of, either at the house in Moore County or the one up here in the mountains. They were all created by my brother in the SCA, Master Eldred Tremaine. This was a hobby of his, recreating these and painting them. And we love to utilize them. They're absolutely beautiful. And I wish you could see them in person, but they are absolute works of art that we use to brighten our home and remind us.
Can I be heard?
So that's the answer to that question.
Can you hear us, Lady Hildegard?
Can you hear us?
Excellent. We can hear you.
Wonderful.
So last night you were put on vigil to contemplate joining the Order of the Laurel. You have finished your contemplations, and is it your desire at this time to still move forward?
Yes, it is.
Please call in the order.
Their Majesties would be attended now by the Order of the Laurel.
With the Order of the Laurel, there are certain items of regalia that accompany it. Do you have business first and obligations that you must take care of?
Yes,
before joining the order?
I do.
Please proceed.
I need to return my belt to Countess Alian.
Your Majesty, I believe Countess Alian has sent a video.
We have that. Just a moment.
An apprentice's belt in the early days is to assist. It is to help someone rise up. But at some point, the master looks across and recognizes that the person they were helping up is now standing beside them as their equal. And so I must now ask you to remove your apprentice's belt. And if Lord Wong would assist you, I would be greatly honored. And to put it aside, because you don't need to be helped up. You are standing beside me as my equal. And I'm so happy for you. I'm so honored to be standing beside you. You are my peer. You are a master of your craft. And you need the belt no longer. Your Majesties, there is indeed a medallion. Hildy, I present you actually with 2 medallions and a paternoster, all of which bear the wreath of the laurel ever noble. The one medallion that is chipped and frail is a legacy piece that came to me when I was first elevated by the Kingdom of Attenbelt. It was made for me by Mistress Louise of Woodsholm. It has seen a lot of history, and it has helped make some. I give this to you because I know my legacy is in good hands and that you will faithfully represent it. And as for the other 2, wear them proudly in honor and in duty in service to the dream. And please know that I give them to you, not as your mistress, but as your sister. I love you, Hildy. I'm so happy for you. Welcome to the Order of the Laurel. Welcome.
Apologies, the second half was to come in a few minutes.
That's all right. So you heard Mistress Elena speak on the medallion. Mistress Molly will speak on the wreath and the cloak.
Good afternoon, Your Majesties. As you know, a wreath in ancient times was used to show an accolade of excellence, to show achievement. This wreath was made by Lady Hildegard's minion sisters. Though we can't be there with you in person, we wish you to know that we are there with you in spirit and that you would wear this wreath as an acknowledgement of your excellence, your achievement of excellence in the arts. The cloak is an outward symbol of the Order of the Laurel, but it is also known and used to shelter others. With this cloak, hopefully you will shelter the fragile flame of inspiration that will light the spark within the next chapter of laurels to be and artisans to be. We trust you with this, and we hope that you will wear this cloak. This was made by Lady Jane Alexandria Fitzpatrick out of deep and abiding love for you. Thank you, Your Majesties.
Thank you. Lady Lady Hildegard, at this time, are you prepared to swear your oath?
I am.
Should I present her regalia or wait?
Please don her with the regalia and put the medallion in her hand.
Wrap it about her hands so she can swear on it. When you're prepared.
As the stars in the night sky, I lend my light to shine in the darkness. My words to teach and encourage. My hands to continue creating beauty and to do service with humility. My strength to those who may falter. With my heart, I will always endeavor to be worthy of the wreath I wear. And with honor and chivalry, this I so swear.
For our part, we swear to seek your wise counsel and to give it in return, to stand behind you in all your endeavors and to lift you up, to be a foundation beneath your feet so that you may not falter, and to be a rock upon which you may shelter behind and lean upon in times of support. This we so swear till death take us, the world end, or we depart the throne.
This we so swear.
Welcome, Mistress Hildegard, to the Order of the Laurel.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Please read the scroll.
Pray take heed, O Atlantia, and know that we, Anton and Linnet, King and Queen of fair Atlantia, recognizing that Hildegard Bergerin has achieved great expertise in embroidery and teaching this craft to others, do now welcome her into the Order of the Laurel. Also do we award her by letters patent the following arms to wit: sable, a crescent maintaining and issuant from between its horns a violet slipped and leaved, all within an annulet of mullets of 8 points in annulo argent. In witness herein do we set our hands this 6th day of March on a Societatis 55. For Mistress Hildegard Bergerin, newest companion of the Order of the Laurel. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Atlantia, we've had a wonderful Kingdom ANS. We have been able to recognize 2 new peers to make our kingdom stronger. We put another individual out to consider with a writ, and we've had lots of recognition. We've had a wonderful day of art and the celebration of art. We're going to take a minute now and go through and review the scrolls and the artisans that made such beautiful works of art for everyone, and for especially the people who were recognized as a thank you for their service, their arts, and their contribution. We'll come back and have a few words with you when we're done with the scroll show. So stay with us, and thank you.
Go ahead, Your Majesties.
So again, a thank you to all the scribes who presented work today. Beautiful, exquisite. Atlantean scribes are the equal or better to any in the known world. We still have some activities left for today. There is a Bardic and a Bardic challenge going on tonight, starting at 7 p.m. I believe, and following at 8 p.m. there's also a ball. So
We hope to see you later.
yeah, we still have some activities to enjoy today. And we have coming up on March 20th is our next virtual event, and that is the Investiture in Caremare. We look forward to seeing you all then.
So remember to thank the scribes. They put in hours of work making these beautiful pieces of art for people and then just giving them away. Make sure you thank your folks that are supporting us from the web minister. We often call them as IT, but we actually work on these courts weeks ahead of time, and then we work almost every night during the week. These folks put in a lot of hours to make it possible and do an absolutely fantastic job. There's a lot of education that goes along with it, teaching people who have never done it before, and a lot of reteaching some of us who have done it, but maybe don't do it right. So they're patient with us and they're good. So thank you to everybody on that side of the fence, because we wouldn't be talking to everyone without you. Have a great night, and we'll see you at Bardic and at the ball.
Adios.
Close court, please.
Their Majesty's business being done, herein closes the court of Anton and Leonard, King and Queen of Atlantia. For their Majesties, vivat! Vivat!